Weekender. This is where we showcase a couple of our recent student groups. Means they've taken a whole course with us. We're going to do some improv for you. Round of applause if you know someone in the show tonight. Round of applause if you just wandered in off the street. They clapped for both. No, that's awesome. So 2 student classes will perform, and then you'll have your headliners, a group called Squirrel Buddies, a duo, and they are fantastic. You guys are going to have a great time throughout the night. Now, we also might ask you guys for suggestions to inspire the scenes. You want to shout out whatever comes to your mind. So if I say, what's your favorite color?
Green.
Blue.
Orange.
Green, blue, and timid orange. What'd you have for breakfast today?
Egg.
Queso. I like that he had to think. Let's see. So many food items since breakfast. What did I have? Queso. Where are you going to go on your next vacation?
Seattle. Little Rock.
Seattle? Jamaica? Little Rock. All right. Go Arkansas. All right. Cool. So just shout out stuff when we ask you for it, you guys. I want everyone to raise your hand right now. We're going to do the improv oath. Raise your right hand, everyone. Repeat after me. I swear that I believe.
I swear that I believe.
Whatever I see is all made up.
Whatever I see is all made up.
And I'm going to have a great time.
And I'm going to have a great time.
So help me me.
So help me.
All right, give yourselves a round of applause. All right, you guys ready to see a show?
Yeah.
Great. Well, without further ado, put your hands together. These guys have been doing improv for 12 weeks with us. They're going to show you a few things. Give it up for level 2. Come on. Hey, you guys, can you introduce yourselves and tell us where you're from?
I'm Matt, and I'm from Nebraska.
I'm Noah, I'm from Georgia.
Jill, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Stuart, Earth.
Ron, Detroit.
Lindsay, Austin.
I'm Manuel, and I'm from the Dominican Republic.
All right. What a lovely group of players. You guys, here's a fundamental thing these guys have been learning in improv, that it's a very risky thing to do something spontaneously. So to get people to do that, and be okay doing that, and take that risk, we make it so that when you try something and it doesn't quite go like you planned on it, you give us a failure bow, where you throw your hands up in the air and you say, I failed. And then we applaud you wildly. So these guys are going to demo that. On the count of 3, can you guys give me a failure bow? 1, 2, 3. I failed! Wouldn't it be great if people would just applaud us when we screwed up in live? We're going to give you guys a chance to do that. So take one step forward and admit something that recently failed at, and we'll applaud you for it.
My dog attacks people. I failed!
And the damn thing I'm wearing fits me right now.
I get in Facebook fights. I failed!
So you guys, at some point, do it.
Sometimes I forget what day it is.
You guys, during the show, they may take a failure bow if they feel like they screwed up, and you know what it looks like, so you can applaud them wildly when that happens. Cool? Let me get you guys to come forward and stand shoulder to shoulder. So to demo that failure should be good-natured, and we don't have to make it a negative thing if we celebrate it, we're going to force these people to fail, and this is how we're going to do that. It's a little game called Category Die, and it works like this. I'm going to get categories from you guys, like types of flowers, and then I'm going to point at people in the line. They got to give me something in that category. So if it's types of flowers,
Chrysanthemum.
rose.
Triffid.
Okay, great. Awesome. As long as they say a flower, they're good. But if they say something that's not a flower, and you catch them, or if they hem or haw, go, right? Or they say something that has already been said, right? We're going to yell, die, really loud. So let me get a good die from you guys on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Good die!
Awesome. Cool. So if you guys get a die, fall out of the line, and we'll whittle it down. Cool. Cool. Let me get a first starting category for these guys.
Perfumes.
It's advanced, but I like it. Kinds of perfumes. Makers of perfumes.
Light Blue by Dolce & Gabbana.
Avon.
White Diamond by Elizabeth Taylor.
CK Wine.
BK Ultra by Calvin Klein.
No.
I have no idea.
A lot of bullshit going on. But you guys sell it well. What's the next category?
Olympic sports.
Olympic sports. Ah, topical.
Swimming.
Curling.
Fencing.
She already said fencing.
He said that.
Oh, you said fencing? Oh. He already said fencing. Let me get another category, something a little more difficult.
Famous.
Wait, what was over here?
Dogs.
Famous knots.
Putting a moratorium on this side of the dogs, kinds of dogs.
Schnauzer.
Lab.
Pug.
Dachshund.
Labs.
Kinds of cats.
Furry.
Tabby.
Siamese.
Black.
Muted tortoise.
Striped.
Persian.
Tigers.
Striped.
You guys are let them get away with far too much. They're like, I think that's a cat. Great. We're to the championship rounds here. Something a little more difficult.
Pickled vegetables.
Vegetables you can pickle.
Okra.
Beets.
Cucumbers.
Dill.
Great. And one final category to decide the winner.
Surfers.
This side of the room. What do you?
Keanu Reeves movies.
Keanu Reeves movies. For all of Marvel.
Bill and Ted.
Speed.
Speed 2.
Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
Speed 3.
Awesome. How do these guys know each other?
Cousins.
Cousins. Great. I want to say you're cousins and your farm hands. So you're working on a farm. Cool. Here's how the game's going to work. I'm going to get a letter of the alphabet, and the first line of dialogue will begin with that letter. The next line of dialogue will begin with the next letter, and so on. And we'll go through the alphabet. Maybe we'll get to the end, maybe we won't. Cool? You guys need to help us out. So, you guys know the alphabet pretty well? I'm getting a lot of this. If you catch them screwing up the alphabet, you're all gonna go, ooh. Can you do that? Ooh. You guys got it correct if you get the ooh. Cool. Letter from the alphabet, you guys.
T.
What?
T.
T. So your farm hands working on the farm. First line of dialogue begins with T when the lights come up.
Dino, are you gonna help me over here? Come on.
You.
Uruguay is not a good place to be born.
Very true.
What are you doing?
Xylophoning?
And you're not doing a good job of it.
Zed seems to think so.
And so?
What? Are you gonna help me over here?
Clearly I have to help you.
He does it amazingly.
Damn!
Every time I do this, I amaze myself.
fuck?
Seems like an appropriate line to end on. Great. Let me get 4 players out. Great. Ron, can you pull up a chair for me? Great. Have a seat in that chair. You are a world-famous novelist, and you're going to be typing your latest, greatest novel. You guys will act out the novel from time to time. So he's going to type on his typewriter and narrate a little bit, and then he'll stop, and you guys will act out the scene, and then he'll narrate a little bit. You'll go back and forth, and we'll bring this great work of art to life on stage. All I need from you guys is a 2-word title of a novel that's never been written. The end. I kind of like it. The end. Yeah. This is the end when the lights come up. After they go down.
Once upon a time, there was a beautiful young lady who wore a black jacket with a festive red brooch and had personality.
Let's see the lady come to life.
And was Ron Brosia. And Ron Brosia was pursued by 2 men. The first man was a charming, rich, bearish individual.
Let's see this scene.
My, you sure are bear-like.
I'm also very rich.
That's better, I guess. You?
I own several bears, in fact. It's my inspiration.
Do you have a zoo?
I do. That's how rich I am.
Tell her how you feel about her.
The only thing I don't have is a wonderful, beautiful, brooch-wearing maiden like yourself.
How sad for you.
More narration.
The other man was Ron Brosia's ex, a complete and total using asshole. Who, I might add, still had all of the Mariah Carey CDs that he took from Ron Brosia's apartment.
Can you give me back my Mariah Carey? I don't know what you're talking about. I do know one thing. We don't need another hero. I think you're lying. You always think I'm lying. Well, that's why.
More narration.
Ron Brosia wasn't falling for her ex's bullshit.
I'm not falling for your bullshit.
And even though it was obvious, the ex still had the hots for Ron Brosia.
It's so hot in here, Ron Brosia. Yeah, I'm keeping mine on.
Ron Brosia wasn't falling for it because she liked the bearish rich dude.
I like this one.
So the ex, being pathetic, begged and pleaded to Ron Brosia to take him back.
Oh, baby, I miss your brooches and your beards and curly hair. That's so much.
Be gone, you Mariah Carey stealing CD.
You have no proof.
We're about to find out what the title means.
So Ron Brosia pulled out a gun and took care of business.
Now that's how I like my story, short and violent. Yes. Let me get 3 people out. Great, can I get a bench as well? be sitting on the bench. Yeah, give me a little, yeah, there we go. Great. Nicole here is going to be a talk show host. Nicole, ladies and gentlemen. Nicole, in a moment we're going to get the topic for this talk show, but you three are going to be one person. So whenever you speak, you're going to speak one word at a time. Can you do that?
Yes.
I
Can.
Brilliant! What is the topic of this morning talk show, you guys?
Gardening.
Gardening. Great. So you'll ask them questions about gardening when the lights come up. Yep.
Oh, you're already so happy to be here. Hi, and welcome to Susie's Homemaking. I have a very special guest. Please tell me your name. I forget.
My name,
Is.
John.
Watkins.
Blossom.
Well, John Watkins Blossom is a renowned botanical florist who specializes in
Flowers.
And
Stuff.
Oh, I want to know more about this stuff.
Stuff.
is
Very.
Really.
hard.
I know, that's what my ex-husband said. Now, I hear you're coming out with a new book. Can you tell me a little about it?
Well,
The
Book.
is
called
My.
very
good.
Flower.
And I've heard that's based on your child that died.
Amy.
Was
A
Very.
special.
child.
But
She
Was
diagnosed.
with
cancer.
Oh, this is so sad. Let's get it back happy. So, Mr. Blossom, do you have any advice for summer gardening tips? It's so dry here in Omaha, Nebraska.
Planting.
flowers.
Is
Very.
Special.
And naked.
Ew! Tell me more about naked gardening now that you started.
It's
Very.
free.
if
Sometimes
You.
don't
wear.
Any.
close.
True.
Audience, question, no.
Alright, does anyone have a question for Mr. Blossoms?
Favorite flower.
What?
Favorite flower.
Ooh, what's your favorite flower?
Roses.
Or
Roses.
And your favorite because?
Colorful.
smelly.
Right.
Funny.
Wow.
I love all those adjectives.
Another question from the audience?
One more question from over here. Yes, you too.
What's your favorite thing about gardening?
Ooh, so existential.
Gardening.
Is
Very.
Spiritual.
And?
awakening.
And.
Sensual.
Sign off for this week's show.
This week's show, tell me before we go, what is your mantra about gardening?
Everything.
Is
Everything.
Thank you so much.
Everything is everything. Let me get 4 players on stage. Wonderful. Great. Let me get the 2 individuals in the middle. Can you guys go over here and grab these microphones? And can you pull them out on stage so we can see them? And you. Great. And then there's a switch on it. Flip it on and can you get into it for me?
Hello.
A little louder.
hello.
A little bit louder into the mic?
Hello.
Yes, that's it. Nice and loud on the mic. Great. We're going to watch a scene from a foreign movie. This is from some obscure country. What's the name of this obscure country, you guys?
Botswana.
How about Botswana?
Djibouti.
Djibouti. It's great. This is from the country of Djibouti. You're going to speak in some sort of gibberish that we can't understand. So what does that sound like? Great. And great, so we don't know what they're saying, but fortunately it's like a movie, we have subtitles. You guys on the mics are going to be the subtitles, right? You'll subtitle for him, you'll subtitle for him. So after each line, let's wait and get the translation. This is a very important scene. This is what gets the movie its Oscar nomination. It's a scene where your brothers and one of you has decided to go off to war. So we'll see this scene when the lights come on. Yep.
What's with the big gun, brother?
I must save Djibouti.
That's a pretty big gun. Don't forget the trenches.
Djibouti deserves it.
Brother, you're distraught that he's going to go to war.
If you die, then there will be no one to carry on the family name since I am infertile.
You feel remorse about that, but you have to go.
If I don't go, there will be no Djibouti.
Can we just not talk about Djibouti for one moment and talk about us?
Bring him forward. This is your Oscar-nominated speech.
Keep the cow fed. He likes beef.
And what else? What else should he do?
And you should hold on to this.
Define what it is for us, brother.
Your sperm sample? That's a little weird.
And the family name will smell. Oh, great. Let me get 4 more players out. Oh, okay, like this. Great. The 2 folks in the middle, can you step forward? Great. The other 2 folks, can you stand right behind them? The 2 folks in front, can you put your arms behind your back like this? If you're behind, can you stick your arms through? Voila! New set of arms. So here's how this scene works. You can't control your arms if you're in the front, so they will have to pay attention to what you say, and you'll have to pay attention to what they do. So for example, if you feel a little sad, you might say,
I'm so sad I'm crying a lot. Wiping my tears away.
And if the hands start doing something over here, you will say,
Oh, ooh, whoop-de-doo. Running me a river.
Great, can you move forward just a little bit? Great. Awesome. You guys are a husband and wife cooking show. You've been doing this show a long time on the Food Network. And today, what is their special ingredient they're cooking with?
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise. You have a great dish that you're going to prepare with mayonnaise. You're going to show the studio audience and people at home how to do it. And you love your job and everything's wonderful. At the cooking show, when the lights come up.
And welcome back to Cooking Tonight with me, John, and
Deborah.
that's Debbie.
Yeah.
And tell us what we're making today?
Tuna casserole with mayonnaise.
Lots of mayonnaise.
Lots of mayonnaise.
Yes. Because mayonnaise is tonight's special.
Special day.
Yeah!
High five.
Have fun.
Yeah! So you just want to pass me the mayonnaise and we can get started in this shindig. Yeah.
Mayonnaise.
Talk about how she made it for guests the other night.
And you made this for
The guest.
the guests.
Next
It
day.
was delish. The hit of the party, let me tell you.
They liked it so much they went home right after they ate.
Yes. Very, very filling.
Show us step one in the process.
So, step one, we're going to take the mayonnaise, and first you really got to batter the mayonnaise. So you really got to get your hands in there, and you really just got to just knead it like dough. Just really, okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's good. And now just kind of slop it around your face a little bit. And now put it back. Okay, so that's step one. You want to show the second step?
Yeah, step two.
You put some tuna in the mayonnaise, and then you
I'll go
put
grab it.
some peas in the mayonnaise, and
That's
you
tuna.
stir it around. You stir around
Yeah.
the tuna and the peas and the
Yeah,
mayonnaise.
get it right in there.
Show them your special technique.
Okay, so very secret. Okay, yeah. Just throw it up, catch it. Boom, there it goes.
You got some in my eye.
Okay.
Put it back in there.
This is looking really, really good. So let's stick this in the oven.
Let the audience know that you're actually celebrating your anniversary today.
And by the way, we are making this today because you want to tell them that?
It's our anniversary.
I love you, Debbie. Right. I love you so much. Firm handshake. Really want it.
Pull it
Thumbs
on.
up.
Yay.
Show us the final version of the dish.
Okay, let's go get the final dish over here. And
Feed it to each other.
here it is. Throw it right in there. So good. It's the mayo is really what makes the mayo.
Sign off for tonight's show.
I'm John,
I'm Debbie
and you just watched Cooking.
with John and Debbie.
Your names? Noah.
Lindsay.
Jill.
Matt. Stuart. Manuel.
Ron!
Yeah! Clap if you know someone in level 2. To have your peeps. You guys, so we like to show, give our students a little taste of what performing improv is all about. It's something you don't have to do if you study improv, because you can learn a lot of really cool life things from improv. But you find that when you take it, there's something infectious about kind of doing it in front of people, because you're kind of part of the process, right? Your feedback is part of the process. You kind of empathize with them, and you're sort of sharing this creativity at the same time. So we'd like to get our level 2s up here before they really even know what performing is, and have them try it. I thought they were awesome. So share one thing. That being said, we teach classes here all the time. You can go to our website and find out when our next level 1 starts. Anyone can do this stuff. It is wildly fun. And you'll have a good time doing it. So, without further ado, I want to bring up the next group of the night. This is our level 3 group. So they've been studying improv for 18 weeks. They're a little more advanced. They're going to show you a little more challenging style of improv. And you guys are going to applaud wildly when they come in. So, without further ado, bring to the stage the level 3 players. Come on! Players, can you
slept through breakfast.
My name is Mark. I have a Greek yogurt smoothie.
My name's Olivia, and I had just a regular yogurt.
My name is Brett, and I had eggs with bacon, some nice wheat toast, some spinach to go along with that, some coffee my beautiful wife made.
My name's Brett. I had a Raisin Man and a piece of cold pepperoni pizza.
Let's hear for breakfast, you guys! Can you guys arrange yourself in random fashion on the stage? Random fashion, freeze. Unsheath your samurai swords. Ladies and gentlemen, you are about to witness a samurai battle to the death. If these players hit each other with their swords, they will die. However, this samurai battle is going to be conducted in super awesome slow motion when the lights come up. Give us your war cry. Let me get 4 people right back out and bring a bench along with you.
Yeah, we got the bench.
Okay. Great. 3 people on the bench. 1 person sitting in a chair. Ladies and gentlemen, earlier we saw an interview with an expert in gardening. We're going to see another interview here with 3 experts in a particular topic. What are they experts in?
Soviet Union.
Let me reframe it. Something life, personal life skills.
Education.
Relationships.
Training dogs.
Dog trainers.
Dog trainers. Okay, great. So we're going to hear from some experts on how to train your dog. These are 3 people. They each have their own particular point of view. You're always going to give us very solid, good, logical advice about dog training. The player in the middle, you're going to give us, it's bad. It's not good advice. It's not really solid. And the player in the end, you're going to give us the worst advice possible. Train your dog. So it's good advice, bad advice, and the worst advice. And this is, you'll ask questions on dog training when the lights come up.
Welcome to everyone to How to Train Your Dog. Experts, please, if you would, introduce yourselves.
My name is Sandy Sanderson. I've been training dogs for 50 years.
Oh, Sandy, welcome, welcome.
Hi everyone, I'm Jeff. I work down at Petco.
Welcome to the show. Yes, you sir. Please introduce yourself to our studio audience.
Yeah, the name's Jim. I've had several dogs over the last few years. About 5 in last year and 7 the year before.
So, welcome all of you to How to Train Your Dog. Sandy, tell us, what is the best treat to give your dog when you're training?
You want to give your dog something that's high in protein. Dogs need a lot of protein, not a lot of carbs or fats.
Excellent, excellent.
I've always found the best possible treat for my dog is not beating him with a newspaper.
Well, I'm sure that works.
He's always really happy.
Yes, and you, Jim?
I find that dogs tend to live better lives if you just let them fend for themselves. Don't worry about feeding. It can take care of itself.
You realize we're... Yes, okay. If you were going to be training a dog, say, to heel, what would you think is the best technique then?
Well, I'd say heel and give it a treat.
And how about you? How would you go about that?
Well, I've always found that if you take a choke chain and you hold him right at your ankle, and every time he tries to move, you just choke him. That's pretty effective.
Oh, okay then. And Jim?
What?
Yes, exactly.
Oh.
Moving on to the next question. If you were going to be, say, taking your dog to a dog show, what sort of things would you do to prepare for that?
Well, you want to make the dog feel comfortable. So don't try to change its routine too much before the show. Just try to keep things nice and simple. Keep it the same, and maybe bring some sedatives along just in case.
Interesting. You are the dog. Oh, I'm sorry.
Same kind of idea. I always like to make sure that I got plenty of whiskey and he's got plenty of beer. Usually no more than 6 or 7, maybe 8 each, and then then the dog's in a perfect mood for the show.
Okay. And Jim?
But for the dog show, yeah, if you're taking your dog to see a dog show, you're going to want to get a lot of popcorn, make sure it's nice and buttery. Dogs love their soft treats. Then give it its own little space, give it its own time. You know, they tend to appreciate when you give them their space.
I think maybe it's time to take a question from our studio audience. Does anybody out there have a question they would like to know from our experts?
How do you deal with submissive peeing?
That is an interesting question.
Yes, it is.
Sandy, how would you handle that topic?
I think the main thing you want to do is you don't want to scare the dog. You think of the dog like a child. If a child has an accident, you just, pat it on the back and say, it's okay, no problem there, buddy. Don't let it see that you're freaked out.
Right. Jim.
I've always found that it's best just to go ahead and take the dog outside and scare the ever-loving shit out of it. And then, when you bring it inside, it doesn't pee.
Yes, in order to make your dog submissively pee, you have to assure that you take control of the pee.
Very educational. Let me get 3 people out. Great. You guys are a couple doctors, and you've been brought in to consult on a patient. You're the patient. You're waiting out in the lobby. They're going to bring you in a moment. In this scene, your lines of dialogue will not be words, they'll be numbers. So you'll deliver numbers as if they were words with the same dramatic intensity to communicate your emotions. You will actually count from 1 to 21, right? When we hit 21, we know we've reached the end of the scene. So, utter your lines with numbers in sequence and give them the feeling of words. We'll have you start off stage. You guys are consulting when the lights come up.
2.
3, 4, be ready.
5.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Show them the x-rays. 13. 14. 15.
15.
Realize the gravity of your situation.
15.
$16?
17.
18.
19.
No, 20, 20, 20, 20, 21, 20.
I guess he was getting started on his bucket list. Awesome. Let me get two people out.
Ladies.
Great. This is mother and daughter on the day of the daughter's wedding. If you hear this sound, it's like erasing whatever you just said or did, and you'll have to do something completely new. Cool? So mother and daughter on the daughter's wedding day with lights.
Jezebel, you're going to look beautiful out there walking down the aisle with your father. You're going to look just lovely in that cupcake dress we got. It really does make you look like a cupcake. I'm sorry, darling. Actually, you look like you're right on the top of a beautiful wedding cake, and you're going to look fabulous up there in front of the minister.
Mama, thanks for this beautiful cupcake dress. I swear, it's worth every single cent you spend on it. Oh, it's worth hardly anything. I really think we could have done better.
That's probably true, dear, but here, let's tighten you up a little bit.
Tell her your philosophy of wedding days.
So this is it. All you gotta do is remember to breathe. And,
Different way of tightening the dress.
Okay, let me. Oh, it's still here.
Different way.
Yeah, let's get you in the front. Just the front. So all you gotta do is show a little cleavage. Make sure that you don't cry and ruin your makeup. Make sure that you don't sneeze in his face. Make sure that you kiss him after, okay? He's expecting it.
Confess something to your mom.
Mama,
Yes, dear.
we already kissed. In fact, we already did a little more than kissing. I slept with him.
You're a tramp! Just like your mama.
All right, let's get 4 people out. Excellent. Let's see here. Can I get? Oh, you guys are dressed in black. This is perfect. The two folks dressed in black, grab the microphones. Can you speak loud and clear to them so we can hear you?
Loud.
Clear.
Great. Awesome. Earlier we saw a scene from a foreign movie in which we needed translation. This time we're seeing a scene from a foreign movie, but it's been dubbed into English. So, like with all good dubbing, the words and the movement of the mouth hopefully match up when you speak. So if Warren were to start to say something,
I am saying something now.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So great, you guys will try to do some perfect dubbing for us. This is the scene where you have been climbing the mountain to reach the great monk at the top of the mountain, and you have finally arrived when the lights come on.
Boy, that was a really hard mountain to climb. I hope this monk will give me much wisdom.
Welcome to the mountain. Have a seat and I will tell you all of my wisdom.
Stand up now, woman.
Now, the first thing you need to know is proper calisthenics.
Oh, this is not what I was expecting.
In life, many things are unexpected. Now stand up.
Tell them what the real philosophy is.
Well, in the philosophy of life, you must always know that there are many lemons.
Really?
Yes, lemons.
What's that metaphor?
Lemons are tart and also refreshing. Just like life.
I'm starting to regret that I climbed this mountain.
Show him the lemon tree. It's right
Let
there.
me show you this lemon tree. Look how beautiful it is grown, with many fruit on it.
Indeed.
Now, take a bite.
What?
You heard me. More.
Okay, here goes.
Now, don't you feel alive?
Let me get 2 players on stage. Great. Fantastic. Can you guys bring up a couple chairs for me? Great. I want to have you start off stage. Why don't you sit in the chair? This is a bench in a park. You're a very old woman waiting for your friend who meets you in the park every Sunday to enjoy sandwiches and watch the birds. So we're going to see 30 seconds of silence. You're just going to be by yourself, enjoying the park. And in about 30 seconds, your friend will enter. The lights go. Take out your sandwich. Really enjoy this fight. Take a drink of your drink. Really enjoy this drink. Go back to your sandwich.
Started without me.
I was hungry.
How are the birds?
Greedy.
They're just greedy, aren't they?
And
Always want more than they can have.
And that squirrel.
Little thing's not doing any harm.
He was stealing the birds' food.
A little bit louder.
The birds, they were stealing their food.
Birds are sharing the squirrel's food.
Reminder of the first time you guys came to the park.
Remember the first time we came here? That squirrel jumped right up on your lap.
That's right, and I hit it with my hat.
I'm afraid of squirrels.
I got those.
Tell him a story about squirrels he never knew.
Yeah, I never told you, Philip, but once when I was a wee girl, I had a bag of peanuts, and I was enjoying them so much. And I was attacked by a herd of squirrels.
I've never heard of squirrels.
Peanuts? I can't even eat a peanut to this day.
A herd of squirrels slowly starts to approach.
I brought some peanuts this afternoon, actually.
Oh my God!
This is a terrible, terrible mistake.
Recognize one from your childhood?